And all right, YouTube. I didn't like that. I didn't fucking like that, bro.
That was funny, man.
Dude, actually, this will probably be it. I'll probably keep this.
Yeah.
That's a good intro, man. That's a good way to start it.
That is a good way to start
it. All right, guys, YouTube, you guys just saw that. How are you doing, beautiful people, guys, girls, older people, younger people, everybody in between? What is up? We have the man, Jesse Ross here, guys.
What's up, guys?
As context, we have the 3 cameras, one on me, the blessed one on him.
Yes.
And then the wide one with the dual lav mics. And yeah, we have our tea. So we're in the kitchen, different composition. We're going to run it.
Yeah.
And first off, Jesse, just you tell him, man. Tell him what's up. Maybe some people are new and they don't know who you are. Maybe they haven't seen in like 6 months. Just be like, yo, bro, tell him what's up, dude.
Yeah, so, we were just talking about this before, how it's weird for me to look at the camera when I'm used to not looking at it. But
tell him why, though.
Well, it's just, I guess, this innate kind of thing in my head that says I'm not supposed to look at it because when you're on sets, you're actually not supposed to look at the camera because, obviously.
Which I found really cool because, like, to me, like, you'll notice, like, I'll look at the camera more than Jessica's, I feel like. Yeah. So it's kind of cool. Like, it's a cool dynamic. Yeah. And you know what's weird, too? Like, lately, like, I've been asked, I keep updating because I'm going to tell them about, like, how I've been asking you lately for, like, talking on the topic of acting. I've been asking you for, like, acting tips and shit.
Yeah.
Which is, like, the first time I've actually done that. Like, I've been asking you for, you know, like, give me, like, 3 actors who I can study and learn from because of what you did at Starbucks. Just pulling out the laptop on YouTube, bro. Tell them about that, bro. I thought you were just slacking off that one day.
Yeah.
Just off.
I don't know. I like to watch and pick up on the dynamic and the emotion that's actually going on, and I'll break scenes down when I'm watching them, and I'll make note of what they're doing and how to get comfortable and actually owning a scene. Recently, I've been learning like how to act. I've been taking classes and working on the craft. I've been basically learning all the dynamics, how 3-dimensional it is, and how there's so much more to it than you actually think there is. It's like an onion, like you're just constantly peeling back layers, and a lot of it, which I thought was a part of it in the beginning, I thought it was almost there was a lot of intellect involved, but there's not. It's more feeling. It's more of a feeling than like what we talk about, right? So as opposed to thinking up here, you want to think.
And tell them about how, because I feel like the only like intellect part is in memorizing. Like I saw your story today, and it was the thing on like how you memorize stuff. Like, what's your take on that with like intellect or emotion? Because like I'm actually curious.
Yeah, it's not even on memorizing stuff. Like I guess that could tap into the way your brain works, but I think it's basically understanding a scene and what the scene's about and everything that's going on inside of it. So
you'd say it's less about like because this is kind of how I think. It's less about memorizing the lines and more so playing that character kind of vibe.
Yeah, well that's a big part of it, but I would say the intellect comes into physically and mentally understanding the script and what's being wrote, so you can portray that when you're acting, right? Because if you don't understand what's going on, you're not able to fully portray that character and or what's happening at that moment in time.
Blessed.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, guys. You ever need acting lessons, go to the man Jesse Ross, bro. What's real quick, top of your head, what's the first, get ready for practice for YouTube, what's the first acting tip for general people just right now? What's just a quick acting tip that'll instantly, bro, if you're in front of the camera, you just level up? I'm not saying I'm massive.
I would say practice. Okay. Like even practice on practice on your own. Like it doesn't necessarily mean like you have to go to classes and that means you're gonna be good at acting, right? It's just
how would you practice? I think because I'm literally like, for you guys wondering, listen to this because I'm asking this for me. Like I see myself being obviously in front of camera, whether that's like commercials or little things. So like I genuinely want to know like give me tips, bro.
Like, well, what I do personally, like if I have to memorize like more than a minute of speaking or something, I'll write the first word or the first letter of every word, and then I'll try and memorize it by just thinking of that word, and I'll just repeat it in my head. So I'll take a scene and I'll write the first letter, and then I'll kind of break it down that way.
And how long are usually the scenes that you have to memorize? Like, tell them about your monologues and stuff like that. Tell them how like you actually like practice, and like are there other ways of practicing? Like,
there are. It all depends. It's a very like personal thing, right? It's what works for you. It's not necessarily what works for somebody else or somebody else is doing it. It's what you're you're comfortable with.
What would you say as a question? Because let's just say they don't have lines. Like maybe like, because what I'm thinking, at least in the beginning, is like smaller commercials where I don't have lines, but it's more so, think of like a music video.
Right.
Where like I'm not like saying anything, but it's like you're physically like you're acting like so I guess bodily tip. Like what's like a quick bodily thing?
Yeah, with that it's kind of just act as if you were supposed to be there. Like it's not a music video. So
Right.
say you're
It's
in
not
a scene where you're hanging out with a friend and you're supposed to be drinking coffee and you're laughing and you're having a good time. Be there drinking coffee, laughing, having a good time. Try and make them laugh. Try and make yourself laugh. Just don't
Almost pretend there's no camera.
Yeah, don't think of it as if you're shooting a music video. I don't know. Everybody's different, right? That's how I would do it.
Sick.
These yeah. I don't know.
All right, phase 2. So yeah, that was quick acting tips with young Jay Ross. What would be to you? What would be? Cause I honestly want to pick your brain because like I think you know more about acting than like even sometimes you realize. Because as context, I saw Jesse guys. We went to Starbucks and obviously I was doing like work on YouTube, whatever. And then I saw Jesse on YouTube himself, and I just thought he's kind of just like slacking off watching like weird skits or whatever, right?
You just
and then
said
like
that.
and then no, I know, but
yeah.
But then like
No,
I went to him.
Yeah.
And this guy had his notebook out, and like I saw, like he was like, he was literally like calling me out like every single word these guys were saying. So
I would honestly say like watch, because I know a lot of people don't like, they won't take the time to like go back in time and watch movies from
right,
like the 50s and the 60s.
That's what I mean. Like what are like quick ways, like realistic ways where the average Joe could do it? Just get better.
Well, that's the thing, right? It's not meant for everybody.
True.
It's not. I'm still trying to figure out if it's meant for me. You know what I mean? Like, it's. I know it is, but it's a matter of taking the greats and watching what they did and how they applied it, right?
So would you say yourself, and again for context, guys, I think this podcast is more on Jesse himself. Like, kind of, we haven't done a podcast with him in a while, and I know he's done a lot. So like, I'm honestly asking for myself, and if it benefits you guys, like that's awesome too. Would you say, because I noticed just from watching your stuff, like, who do you look up to more as far as actors, and then it relates to all artists, like newer heads or older heads?
Right.
And like why? And like pros and cons of each. Like why older heads, why newer heads? Because it's the same thing with me with like videographers or speakers.
Well, it's everything's with the times, right? So even if you're looking at somebody acting from 1950, 1955, it's all transferable, right? It can be applied to this day and age because film has always been film, acting has always been acting, right? It hasn't necessarily.
Just try not to move too much.
Is this mic connected? Yeah.
All right, quick little intermission. Just filled up new water, new tea. Mom kind of came in, said what's up. So anyways, finished it off on the pros and cons of new versus old actors, like what you notice yourself, and then we'll kind of move this on.
Yeah, I guess with older actors and newer actors.
You were saying like acting is acting; it doesn't really change too much.
Well, it has depending on who like you're looking at, right? Like I feel like back then there was more of a belief.
You want to move your phone, bro?
Yeah,
I just remember that.
Yeah, there was more of a belief like in the character. Like you'd watch certain things and they would own a scene and you wouldn't know what to expect next.
Right.
And there was an element of surprise. Whereas I feel like a lot of film nowadays, they're that set character throughout the entire thing. There's no dynamic sort of shift. It's just the same.
So would you say you think older actors are better or newer actors?
I would say neither. I would say it's all up to, I don't know.
Depends on the scene, I guess.
The scene, yeah.
Sick. Okay, man. Well, there's your free little acting class 101 with Mr. Jesse Ross. Kind of getting him used to it because I want Jesse guys to be on YouTube and eventually teach acting to you guys.
Things were different back then because it was more theatrical. Like it was more theater kind of based.
Yeah.
I feel, and they would set things up in a way where they could use less and make more out of it.
True. So I feel like they were almost better.
Better.
Maybe?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
But,
that just goes against what I just said, but
that's okay.
I think I'm just trying to be nice.
Oh, good, bro. Trying to be nice to the old guys.
Yeah.
All right, man. So now what do you want to talk about? You run it, bro.
We gonna talk about, well, okay, so basically, talk about yourself. Like what's
Yeah, let's do that. Let's flip it now, bro. The first half was on you. Now you ask me shit.
What is
me, bro?
What does your day entail? What do you?
But like
find,
authentic questions, not some bullshit.
Okay, what do you find you do to comfortably speak in front of the camera?
So okay, cool.
Because
kind of flipping it, eh?
and that's spontaneous, because I find that's always been a problem of mine, is just to like fucking whip out the camera and just and just go. Like I can't. Like I feel like there has to be a
like
prior
a structure. Yeah, no, it's cool you asked that, because like we are related in multiple ways. Like we're in front of cameras. Yeah. Maybe the dynamic's a little bit different.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of things that translate or transfer over for you and I. That's I think why we're also friends. Like you know, you'll help me, I'll help you.
Yeah.
So yeah, first and foremost, practice. Just like you said, right? It sounds so like, now hearing it doesn't sound glamorous. Like when I was asking your tip, you're like, practice. I was like, thanks, fuck. Yeah. But it's true. Like practice. Like the more you can get in front of your cameras, you know, whether it's 1, 2, 3 cameras, the more you're simply just, you see that lens, because all lenses look the same, right? Yeah. And you just see it. It almost looks like your friend. Yeah. It's so weird. Like as I looked at this, like I'll literally see a lens and I'll think in my head like, this is a friend. It's really weird, right? But when you first see that lens, like when you first put someone on camera, they see that lens and it's like an enemy. Yeah. Right? It just looks like, it looks scary. It looks like it's spying on you, right? Yeah. So through enough repetition, you begin to see like when I see a lens, like I literally picture like a group of like really smiling, like happy people, like, and it's weird. Like I think of like guys, girls, literally old people, young people. Yeah. It's so weird. And like clearly I'm just looking at a piece of metal. Yeah. Yeah. Right? Or plastic, whatever. So practice number 1. Just literally, even if it's your phone, and I'm saying this to you guys as well, I say this to other content creators or friends, the best way to start is with your phone. And everyone can do this on IG stories, right? Yeah. Literally, hey guys, what's going on? How you doing? Boom. Or a selfie or whatever it is. You can do that enough times, you begin to upgrade in your cameras. Literally just practice in baby steps. Like you gotta know, when I first started with my camera, it was a GoPro Hero 2, which is garbage now. It was this big. It was smaller than your phone. Yeah. And then I had about like 4 cameras building up to the big one. Yeah, so practice. And then 2, which is actually backwards, and I think this is where we kind of like clash, is I try not to plan too much shit. Right. Because I find that when I plan too much shit, I'm too in my head. Yeah. And then I can't feel emotions. Right? It's kind of like acting, like you're saying. Yeah. Because the thing is, man, is like, what if you like pull a script in your head and then you pull it out with a vlog, and then your buddy says something and throws everything off. Yeah. It throws the whole dynamic off. You're fucked. If you can't think of something right now, like imagine if I pull it out, I think I'm going to say something, but you ask me a question and I'm like, Right, so I wouldn't plan. That's why I don't plan these podcasts, which have down to
a lot of that, I guess, again, it relates to acting. It's feeling, right? Yeah. But you said I should document the things that I'm doing, but the problem is I physically can't, because I will tell the viewers that if you are on a set and you do happen to either take pictures or document what's going on behind the scenes, you will literally get
100%. Yeah, what I mean for you to document, because you're right, you can't document that. Just more so like your day-to-day life, like behind the, you know. Yeah. All right, guys. So you now know a little bit on Jesse with his acting, me with vlogging, tips like that. We're now just going to really simple kind of give a recap on, you know, advice we would give to our, not really a recap, but advice we would give to our younger selves if I was just starting vlogging, because it's kind of like, you haven't vlogged, so like that brought it out of me, but I haven't really acted, so maybe that brought it out of you, where it's like you saw a younger self and vice versa. So real quick, what would be some tips you'd give to yourself as a beginning actor? Like you've never been in front of a camera, you've never read a line or a script before, just some tips and stuff like that. And I'll talk about it with vlogging.
I would just say run with it, because when I was younger, like even when I was little, I was in music theater, and I never actually consciously thought about the fact that I've been technically acting for a long time. Mm-hmm. But I look back at that, and I've actually been doing it for longer than I thought. And what I would tell my younger self is keep doing this and don't stop. Like I was never really in like sports camps or anything. Everything was art related. So basically I would just tell myself to stick with this and run with it, because there were moments in time where I thought I wanted to be a marketing guy or some kind of
we all have those
trades guy, because you're
that's the secure thing.
Yeah, that's the secure, comfortable thing to do.
I thought the same thing, to be in the trades. Yeah, and I was like, or a physiotherapist.
No, but if you really want to do something you love, then do that.
It's funny too. You say that like you actually did it for a long time, because I've actually been on YouTube 3 times before this. Yeah, like as a kid growing up, and like I would literally vlog, and it was really cool. So it's almost like you were born to do this, literally.
Yeah, do what you love. You'll never work a day in your life.
Sick. All right, dig it.
That's it.
All right, well, I don't think this is a very long podcast.
Yeah, it's a short one.
But no, I guess that's
Snippet.
okay. Maybe we can make it like 20 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
You got some acting skills, vlogging skills.
I feel like 20 minutes is
I feel like that's good,
is
man.
a good time.
No, I feel like we did well.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, we're gonna finish it there, guys. Hopefully, we hit 20 minutes. If not, whatever. You got to see Jesse and I. Jesse and I will be like we're gonna be homies for life, but like we're gonna be traveling to places very soon. Like we're going to be. Although it may seem like on podcast, it's see the thing is, guys. I'm gonna finish it here. Like the reason. The podcast may not seem like super interesting is only because we're Justin and I talk about this off camera. We know each other so well that it's like it's almost hard to ask the person questions because it's like I already know the answer.
Yeah.
So
we're
like
expecting
when you're talking, you kind of feel like you're repeating it. So
Yeah.
so that's why if it seems like why don't you and Jesse, you're here all the time, why don't you make more podcasts? That's literally why.
Yeah.
Like we know like every single thing, so it's a little tricky, you know.
Yeah.
Because then it just sounds like a broken record. But anyways, that's it. Homies, we're going to be shooting a lot and getting back into videography as you are with acting. Which just makes sense. Video and acting. Isn't that funny?
There you go.
Like, it's just meant to be. So, yeah.
That's it.
That's it. Sick. We're going to finish there. Thank you guys for watching. Do give it a thumbs up. Check out Jesse's links down below. He's going to be posting more on the IG and maybe the YouTubes. We'll see.
We'll see.
And, yeah, do you want to just give a little wrap off or just any little last words?
Yeah, basically, if you don't like what you're doing right now and you hate your life and you want to be doing something else, do that. Don't do what you hate. That's it.
Right as Kiro's coming in. Okay, so that's going to be our wrap up. Thanks, guys, so much. Thumbs up, subscribe, all that stuff. Check them out. We'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Until then, much love. Peace. That was good, man. That was good. I like that.